Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, Healed Mom Life. It's good to see you guys back here again. I wanted to do a part 2 to the first video because I did feel like there were some points that needed to be expounded on and some little snippets of information that needed to be added with regards to Ramadan. Of course, we can go on and on and on talking about Ramadan forever, but I just wanted to make sure that I was being thorough to some of the general topics. So I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I wanted to continue with some of the du'as that would be beneficial for the Muslims to recite or repeat or ask Allah for during the month of Ramadan. And one of those is Allahumma inni asaluka al-jannah. Allahumma inni asaluka al-jannah. Allahumma inni asaluka al-jannah. That means that you're asking, Jannah is actually asking to accept you into it. When you make that dua, Jannah itself asks Allah to admit you into paradise. The second one is, of course, the opposite. Allahumma ajirni minan nar.
What are you doing?
Okay, so it's Allahumma ajirni minan nar. Allahumma ajirni minan nar. Allahumma ajirni minan nar. This means, oh Allah, protect me from the hellfire, right? So the hellfire itself will ask Allah to not admit you into it, you know? So these are really powerful du'as, and everything we do in the month of Ramadan is amplified, like amplified to the highest degree. So it's just imperative and it behooves us to take advantage of this blessed month and do the most we can, you know, because we really don't know tomorrow. We don't know if we're promised the next Ramadan. And quite frankly, we're human and we're fallible. So Allah wants to see us making efforts to ask for forgiveness because He knows that we commit sins and He loves us. He loves the way we are. Even though we commit sins, He loves that because He said, if my creation did not commit sins, I would obliterate the entire creation and create a creation that would sin and then ask for forgiveness, because that's how much He loves our acts of ibadah, and He loves for His slave to ask for forgiveness. So those two I wanted to talk about. And then the one that we usually recite towards the last 10 days, and we usually recite when we believe that we're experiencing Laylatul Qadr, is Allahumma innaka afuwun karimun tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anna. That means, oh Allah, you love to pardon, so pardon me, okay? Oh Allah, you love to pardon, so pardon me, okay? So like I said before, everything is amplified in the month of Ramadan. You know, this is a time where we engage in acts of worship together. This is a time where you want to take advantage of secret, you know, sadaqah, secret deeds that you want to be just between you and Allah, okay? Those are very beloved to Allah. So give with your right hand without your left hand knowing. And then this is also a time where it's so beautiful because everybody's worshiping in the same vein. Everybody is trying to achieve the same, end goal, which is, acceptance of their Laylatul Qadr and ultimately admittance into paradise, We don't want to taste the fire of hell. So we want to purify ourselves in this life and in this dunya before we're held to account. And may Allah admit us into paradise without holding us account. So yeah, the next thing I wanted to talk about is automating your charities. So you can automate your charities in so many different ways now with just the click of a button on your computer or phone. It's not difficult. You can choose, you can modify, you can decide what country you want to do it through. Islamic Relief USA is one that I've been using for years. It's just amazing how much you can do when you're focused and you have a goal in mind. And with Allah's permission, you'll be able to accomplish all of those goals that you set for yourself in the month of Ramadan. So, examples of suhoor foods. So yeah, I know I talked about suhoor foods being high in protein and just having maybe like a date afterward so that you're retaining water throughout the fast, as opposed to just eating a sugary breakfast like oatmeal with sugar or cereal with sugar that will spike your blood sugar and then drop dramatically and then cause you to start feeling hungry before you're ready to break your fast. So some examples of the suhoor foods that I recommend are eggs, avocados, turkey sausage, grilled chicken, air fried flounder, or any healthy fish for that matter. You can do salmon, spinach, tomatoes, onions, garlic, of course. Incorporating herbs and things that really settle and heal your gut are super important. Greek yogurt, low fat, high protein is very important as well. And then fruits, of course, so that you still have fiber so that you're not constipated, because constipation can be some of the negative side effects of going from eating regularly to that, that drop in the number of meals that you're eating within a day. Okay, so pomegranates is a sunnah food. Okay, apples are good, they're high in fiber. Peaches, pineapples, cantaloupe, grapes, cherries. You can be creative and you can do what your budget allows and you can do what your stomach allows, because quite frankly, when you're fasting, your stomach shrinks so much that you actually have to be really meticulous about how you eat, how you hydrate yourself, what you eat, when you're gonna sleep after you eat. Like, Ramadan is like it's like a marathon and you got to prepare for it. And like I said in the previous video, if you fail to plan, you absolutely plan to fail. Okay, now I wanted to talk about some of the supplements that I mentioned briefly in the other video. Me personally, I take magnesium glycinate, ashwagandha, black seed oil, to help you sleep so that you're getting enough sleep after your iftar. Another good thing to take is chamomile tea to keep your gut from being gassy and just having so many issues during the month of Ramadan. Breaking with some peppermint tea or even ginger tea is very nice. You can even have those for suhoor as well, with whatever proteins that your protein of choice. What else? Now, weight training. So I'm into kickboxing. I'm currently training to be a personal trainer so that I can serve my Muslim women community, specifically dealing with postpartum moms, but I deal with women of all ages and all stages of life, whether you're menopausal, whether you're 20 years old, whether you're middle-aged, whether you've just had a baby or preparing to have a baby. I am that person that you want to train you. However, I am in the process of getting my NASM certification, and when that's complete, I will begin to start taking clients. So stay tuned for that as well. But weight training after iftar is probably the best time to do it, because doing it right after suhoor is very risky, since we have long fasts ahead of us. Since we're in the spring, the days are longer. We might not be breaking until after 7. So you want to do your weight training when you actually have some food in your system, but you also want to be making sure that you're getting the bulk of your protein in the morning with suhoor, so that when you break iftar, it's just light. Because when you break iftar and you eat that heavy food, what happens? You become sluggish, you can't get up, you become gassy, you need to, empty your bowels, you can't stay up for tarawih, your quality of sleep can be affected. It's just a lot that goes on during the month of Ramadan. So I'm making these videos to just make people cognizant of these things, and so that they can prepare and have a much smoother time during the month of Ramadan. Even if you're just breaking with a glass of water, a date or 3, and then some grapes, that's good to give you the energy that you need to push through, make your maghrib, make your isha, and then make your tarawih prayers. Okay, so I also wanted to do a review of some of the things that I purchased for the month of Ramadan. I'll also be doing a video on my Islamic wall art haul. I had some really pretty pieces that I got from their store, and I think you guys would really thoroughly enjoy these things to beautify your home and make it a big deal during the month of Ramadan. I find that being that my daughter is 2 and she goes to daycare, You know, holidays like Valentine's Day and Christmas are so amplified. They even know the songs by heart. My daughter is super sharp, mashallah, tabarakallah. So she absorbs all those things. But I really wanted to do Ramadan on steroids this year because I know that she's getting older, she's a toddler, and she's absorbing everything that she sees. And if she sees mommy making a big deal out of Ramadan, hopefully one day when she has a family of her own or she's on her own somewhere, that it'll be just important, and she'll see it with the same value that I see it with. So the suhoor dua is وَبِسَوْمِ غَدٍ نَوَيْتُ مِنْ شَرِّ Ramadan, meaning I intend to keep the fast for tomorrow in the month of Ramadan. And the iftar dua is Allahumma laka sumtu wa bika amantu wa alayka tawakkaltu wa ala rizkika aftartu. Oh Allah, I fasted for you and I believe in you and I put my trust in you and I break my fast with your sustenance. So this is really cool for when you have children in the home and they get to the stage where they're learning how to read. They don't even need to memorize it. They can just keep reading it until it sticks in their brain. So this is really nice that I got from the Islamic wall art store. And then this I actually got off of TikTok shop. I have some other like Ramadan advent calendars, or I have one more that I purchased off of Etsy. And if you want me to include that in my Islamic wall arts haul, I will definitely do that. But it's really pretty, and I just love to have this just to, you know, monitor my progress, you know, through the month of Ramadan. You can see it gives you like all the days, and then when you get to Eid, it puts it there as well. So I'm definitely gonna do a video showing you guys how I decorated my home festively for the month of Ramadan. And I really hope you're enjoying this series. I'm gonna continue. If I get, you know, the feedback that I need, I'm definitely gonna continue posting more. I'm gonna post more anyway, but I wanna make sure that we're all on the same page and people are actually gaining knowledge and implementing the knowledge, and we're creating a community here. If you like this video and if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how you're preparing for Ramadan. What do your decorations look like? Do your children get excited for the month of Ramadan, and are they more excited for Ramadan than they are for Christmas? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.